Why was it that one? Why was that the one? It's like, so it's coming out, so can't tell me nothing. Bet, 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 bet. I didn't really know too much about this first fight, to be honest with you. It's just, it's just like kind of hard to be super interested in a flyweight division fight in, women's flyweight or even men's flyweight when, like, it's not Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, at the end of the day, this is like her division, and it's kind of like it's just kind of hard to watch, and be like intrigued at all. I mean, it's an exciting fight. Andrade was literally just fighting for the belt, and you had the champ here. If she has another dominant performance, they're already going to be looking for another person, and who better than someone who was fighting, during the pay per view. So it's always a good spot when you're on the main card with the champion of your division. It's interesting. Jessica Andrade does not look like a Jessica. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It looks kind of like a girl, kind of like a guy. Nothing wrong with that, right? I'm just excited. I'm actually not. That's okay though. This is just like I don't know. It's not like the super duper relevant fight. Like even like who was it? What division was that? It was just like the last fight was more relevant. Like the last fight, Dan Hooker. Those fights could have been on the main card. I don't know why Jessica Andrade was on the main card. Like I don't know. Maybe Dana White felt like he wanted to have more girls. I don't know. I'm super excited about the next fight for sure. I do. I would say obviously Jessica has the advantage here. But I'm open for anything. To be honest with you, I don't really follow women's strawweight division as much as or flyweight division as much as I'd like. I actually do follow the strawweight division pretty close. Not pretty close, but like at least the top. You know, like Joanna could come back. You have Joanna, Thug Rose, Wang Zhili, as well as Carla Esparza. I was really surprised Esparza didn't get that title shot. To be honest, like she fought super duper well. But the flyweight division, yeah, it is a packed arena now. For the prelims, it was not packed. It is super packed now. Let me see if it hurts anything. But come on. Is it Cynthia? Is that how you say it? Cynthia? I think that's how you say her name. I mean, it looks like Cynthia. What's the last name? Wait a. He's still going. He's still introducing her. Cynthia. Calvia. It's Calvia. I mean, Jessica Andrade got pretty handled too by the Bullet, so she's coming off of that pretty devastating loss. Like that was pretty hard to watch. Herb Dean's here. That's exciting. That means Herb Dean's gonna be here for the main. Let's go. That's really exciting. This might be his only fight then. Those two might be his only two fights on the card. This fight and the main. I don't think they wouldn't make him do three, right? Diaz. This is the fifth for the of the five fights. Diaz is not the next fight, but it's the fight after. Right now, it's Jessica Andrade versus Cynthia Calio. How you say her name? I don't know. I just heard him say the name too, and I just don't know. Let's see if we can get that pulled up here. There we go. Get that right there. Hopefully it doesn't do anything buggy. It's interesting. Like I said, it's women's flyweight. Like I felt like there was at least 3 or 4 other fights on the prelims that could have been here instead. But like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Andrade's always sporting the yellow. Is she Brazilian? Oh, she could be Brazilian. We'll say she's Brazilian for this fight. Cynthia's just on her back foot. She's trying to do a good job of keeping Jessica at bay. I don't think kicking is the move though. I think all kicking is gonna do is get her caught. Oh, she's trading though too. Jessica said she wanted to win via striking. She wanted to show that like there's levels to this, and even though she got embarrassed by Shevchenko, that doesn't mean that she's a bad fighter. Like everybody in the division's gotten embarrassed by Shevchenko so far. She's really doing a good job of closing the gap too. Like I said, I don't think the legs. I mean, I know Cynthia's good with the legs. I don't think that's the move in this fight. Unless she can connect. I mean, just to the body, you're literally setting yourself up to get that leg caught. Just to keep her at bay. I don't know. I like kind of what she's doing now. But it's only a matter of time. Like, she's wasting a lot of energy running from Andrade. And Andrade is not wasting nearly as much energy. And if she can maintain that, that's fine. You gotta show this is the flyweight division, so it's possible that they can do this all night. Oh my. Oh, that was another one. Okay, she came back though with a left. Good punch to the body. Like the good leg kick back. I think Cynthia's doing a decent job of. Oh my gosh! Why did I say that? Why is I'm about to say that? They are just trading actually. This is I don't know why Jessica Andrade feels the need to strike. Like it's kind of a like fixing something that's not broken. Like you can toss people around, so toss her around. Like if ooh, if the striking works, then do it. But if it's the way to win, like if grappling doesn't work, but then striking does work, then sure, change the game plan. But right now, I feel like she's just striking to strike. I mean, she's landing a lot of good shots. Like she's not losing the fight on her feet, but she could have finished this. I feel like a lot sooner. If she just started dominating with ground and pound. But maybe she knows something that I don't know. I don't know. I just think all that Andrade is doing is keeping herself vulnerable to a crazy shot from Cynthia. See, I don't agree with that. He just said that she should go for. I don't think trying to take Andrade down is the move either. Like, yeah, Shevchenko did a good job of keeping Andrade. Andrade is way too strong for that. I don't think that's gonna work for Cynthia. Oh my gosh, she's taking a lot. She's taking a lot of shots. She's tough though. She got a good chin. Plus, not everybody's the bullet. You know what I mean? Not everybody's got a lot of power in this division. It's like 115. Is that flyweight? Flyweight? No, flyweight's 125. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She's hunting. She's on the. Oh. Does a crazy barrage of hooks, punches, and strikes. Like, she's literally just coming at her at everything. Oh, this could be it right here. That's it. That's it. Well, that was a good use of my time. I'm gonna get those 3 minutes back. I'm excited for the next one, so I'm gonna get ready. Best way to win a fight is with your hands on your head. I'm glad Herb stopped that. A lot of the refs tonight have been not doing that. Oh, Cynthia hadn't even been finished. God, this division needs a lot. This division needs so much. The women's strawweight division, yeah, all of them to be honest, but especially the women's flyweight division just needs so much. Like the fact that she had never been stopped before and she fought that poorly is really less about anything but like who has she fought before? Like who has she fought before to where they never finished her? Like tell them I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Like I don't know what you want me to say. Like I don't care if that offends you. Oh, women are just as no. It's like so. It's like there's a lot of potential in the women's divisions, and it's getting better in the UFC. The problem is that it's still chugging along. You have like five, six, seven ish very elite fighters amongst all women, like Joanna, Rose, Weili, Valentina Nunes, right? Like, and so like the fact that Andrade dominated someone who's been dominating all their fighters, you know, like that's just an indication. Like, I'm sure Cynthia did a lot to get, to never have been finished before, but you saw how much Jessica got dominated in the last fight to Shevchenko. It wasn't even close. There wasn't even she wasn't even close. And then it was literally that level of domination on Cynthia tonight. Like, that's like I said, that's less about the skills of Andrade and more just about like the gap in skill, like from 1 to 5 even in the women's flyweight division. That's why it's just not that exciting of a division. So it's honestly probably the least exciting division in all the UFC. Which is why I said I was so surprised. I still don't get why that fight made it to the main card. Like, you look at all of the prelim fights that could have been there instead. I don't know. I don't know. I guess hindsight's 2020, but there's a reason I did a prediction video for the 4 fights and not that one. I just didn't think it mattered. This one's exciting though. Let me repost this. So that's interesting. I'm really excited though about Blade's Rosenstruck. Biggest thing with this fight for the 2 fighters. So okay, let's look at the tail of the tape actually, real quick. So Curtis Blades is 2 inches taller. Heavyweight, so he gets to weigh 4 pounds more, and there's no problem. Um, 2 inch reach advantage as well, which hopefully he uses that correctly, right? We see a lot of times wrestlers actually do use. I mean, even the Dan Hooker fight tonight, like where they actually are able to use their length as an advantage. Usually, in wrestling, rule of thumb is like the smaller guy is the better wrestler. But if the taller guy is the better wrestler, there are techniques that the taller guy can use. And usually taller wrestlers are used to being the taller wrestler. So hopefully he uses that tonight because he's definitely going to need it going up against Rosenstruck. Interestingly enough, Curtis Blade is more accurate with his strikes. And Rosenstruck has never attempted a takedown. He is not a single time has he ever attempted. Neither fighter has ever attempted a submission. Rosenstruck was a huge underdog. I think it was like plus 250. I don't know what it ended at. That's obnoxious. I don't know what it ended at. Like that's what's interesting is like plus 250. I felt like I had to go for that. I had to bet on Rosenstruck. This isn't a plus 250. That's such a huge line for what feels like a fight between maybe the fourth and fifth best fighters in the division, not including John Jones. It's Ngannou, Gane, obviously Miocic, Lewis. So those are three. So this is like I said, Gane, Miocic, Lewis. Those are three. Blades 4, Rosenstruck 5. I don't see what is wrong with that as the rankings. I think that's what the rankings are already on the UFC. Like these two have beaten all of the best when it comes to the heavyweight. It's just unfortunate. You look at the 3 and the 2. You know that's to Ngannou and Gane and Lewis. Like that's to the best of the best, the cream of the crop. There's no random losses with these guys. So it's going to be a very interesting fight. I think that Rosenstruck has to use he has to use strategic striking to do one of two things. If he can bait Blades into staying on the feet, he can win the fight. Right? We've seen strikers kind of do that, kind of bait the guys away. Oh, you don't want to take me down. You want to just keep fighting, keep striking, keep striking. You know, just not having your hands up, always looking like you're ready for the takedown defense. You know, sometimes it happens on accident, sometimes it happens on purpose. If Rosenstruck can do that, he's going to be in a great spot. And then on top of that, if he is unable to deter Blades from shooting, he's got to be ready for every single one. Like, I mean, just look at it. Like, he has no takedown attempts at all in his career. The dude doesn't. And Blades is probably, him or Miocic is probably the best grappler in the entire heavyweight division, right? So it's like, if Blades is able to take Rosenstruck down, he will probably be able to win the fight, regardless of how long it takes and where it goes from there. If he goes down, he loses, and I think that's why Blades is such a heavy favorite, because if the fight stays standing, Rosenstruck has a slight advantage. But if the fight goes to the ground, Blades dominates, right? Like, if the fight goes, and I think that's why Blades is the favorite. But I think Rosenstruck can keep it standing, right? And as for Blades has to make sure he doesn't get baited. Blades literally has to make sure, yes, I have power in my hands. You see his rank. He says it's ranked 6th. Who's ranked ahead of him? Volkov? Who's ranked ahead of him if he's 6th? I don't know. But anyway, if Blades is going to win this fight, he can't get baited into keeping it a striking match. Because even if he keeps it a striking match, let's say he wins the striking match. Let's say he's a better striker than Rosenstruck, which he's not. But let's say he is. He's still running the risk of getting caught. Right? And that's fine to run the risk of getting caught if you're a great striker. He's not a great striker, though. Right? That's my issue. Let me fix my hair. My issue with Blades is that I don't know. That's what his problem was against Lewis. That's what I'm talking about. The fight with Derek Lewis. Yes, Curtis Blades lost to Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis hit a lucky shot, but Derek Lewis also baited Blades. He was like, you can beat me on the feet. You can beat me on the feet. You can beat me on the feet. And he was beating Lewis on the feet, and he went for a single or a double, whichever, and he got caught by an uppercut. And that's why Blades is here and not fighting Gane and not fighting Ngannou. Like, there was absolutely no reason for Gane to pole vault everybody and fight Derek Lewis, except for Blades lost to Derek Lewis. So it wouldn't have made any sense for Blades to do that. And Blades didn't lose to Derek Lewis because he was significantly worse than Derek Lewis as a fighter. He just got baited in keeping the fight standing. Like, you look at the Derek Lewis fight against Daniel Cormier. He looked silly. Like, rewatch that fight. Daniel Cormier, people forget how good of a fighter Daniel Cormier actually was because he was, he lost to John Jones twice, he lost to Miocic twice. DC was a champ for real, for a reason. And he put on an absolute clinic against Derek Lewis, and it was like, okay, so Derek Lewis has a formula to be beaten. No one has replicated that formula since then. Not even Cyril Gane. Now, Cyril Gane didn't have to, but Blades did. And that's why I picked Rosenstruck to win this fight. I think that Blades is going to do the same thing he did against Lewis, where he's like, I got to keep it standing. I got to show I'm a great striker. And he's going to lose. Now, I might be wrong. And like I said earlier, if Blades takes this fight to the ground, he wins. It's just that simple. They just said his ranking and I missed it. I'm trying to figure out what because I should check the heavyweight rankings more. It's just like, at this point, it doesn't matter, right? The only rankings that matter is the interim and the undisputed, right? Like, nobody else matters until once Ngannou and Gane fight each other, then it matters. But like right now, I don't know. This is gonna be a good fight, though. I'm excited because the last fight was not very good. I'm gonna be honest. I was not a big fan, and it just kind of led me to have a rant about the women's flyweight division. And I'm gonna have another rant too in a couple of fights here. Unless I just spend the rest of the night talking about the Nick Diaz Robbie Lawler fight. I cannot believe. Goodness gracious. I mean, we're gonna talk about that fight the entire night, but like, I still cannot believe he's ranked fourth. I still can't believe 17 years. 17 years. There are people who are seniors in high school who were not alive when that fight happened. Like, 17 years. What was going on 17 years ago? Everybody was using, I don't even think the Razor was out. You remember the Razor flip phone? I think they were still just like I think the camera phone had just, I think a camera and a phone had, like, that was when it first got invented. And then it was like the iPod, like the regular little iPod. And then, what else? 17 years ago, it's 24. Bush was president. That was Bush's first term. See, he's plus 260 now. He's plus 260 now. That's crazy. But yeah, Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz is coming up next. This is going to be a banger. I was really excited to see they got Rosenstruck and Blades on here. I was super excited about that. I don't know what this fight's for, though. I mean, like, yeah, it's an important fight just to see who's better between the two of them, but I don't think it's a number one contender fight. When was the last time the number 4 fighter fought the number 6 fighter for a shot at the belt? Rock and roll. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Type in the chat who you think is gonna win. I like Rosenstruck. But let me know who you guys got. I'm curious to see. I don't know why Blades is such a heavy favorite. I really don't. I really don't know why Blades is such a heavy favorite. I think the website, I'm on a delay in comparison to the website. So that's exciting. But it makes sense, though. It makes sense that the website's like, that there's a delay here. Oh, wow. They're coming out swinging already. Oh, and he got him down immediately. Oof. Oof. What in the world? Why is the UFC so bad at this? There we go. We're back. We're back in action. I decided to go to the UFC website. Easier that way for me. This is the exact opposite of what Rosenstruck wants. I mean, he's up by the cage, so I guess that's a positive. Gosh. Blaze is just going to put out a clinic, though, if Rosenstruck can't get out of this. I think I'm Mark Smith, though, so this will last. I swear, I just remembered Mark Smith's earlier fight was the one that lasted an obnoxious amount for some reason. And so did Peterson's fight, though, too. Something always happens when Mark Smith is in there. They're in the first round still. Yeah, Blaze is just absolutely just dominating him. It's hard to say, what position is this? I feel like this is an official position. This crouch, Rosenstruck's crouching and Blaze is just literally on top of him. We could call this the Khabib. We could call it the Khabib position. That's not, Khabib would hold the legs. But still, it's a complete dominant position. And Rosenstruck is really having a tough time getting up. He's just going to have to make one big move. Or he's going to slowly walk him up. I guess that works too. I was surprised he got away with that. Ooh. That was almost dangerous on the way out. That was almost super dangerous on the way out. Okay, so now Rosenstruck's out. Now they're back striking. I think Blades is going to 100% try to go for the takedown again, though. But Rosenstruck is just leaping in there anyway. Guns a-blazing. I respect it. You know what I mean? Don't be gun-shy for no reason, right? Blades just looks a little bit more fit, too. Oh, he's throwing leg kicks now, too. Like, I don't know. So far, I can see why the Rosenstruck was such an underdog. But that's okay. Underdogs have won before, so, you know, I'm not super upset about the bet. Oof. That was close. Blades, I don't know why Blades is still trying to strike with him. Like, all Rosenstruck is doing is regaining his composure. He's regaining his energy. Like, Blades should have rushed him immediately and tried to take him down, in my opinion, at least. Like, you have somebody who's just worked so hard to try to get you back up. Not only is it physically demoralizing to put him right back down, but it's also mentally demoralizing. And, like, he's, like, using the takedown instead of the overhand. And I respect that. That's, like, not the worst strategy. He got caught. He caught the leg. And Rosenstruck's got a lot of power. That's how he won his last fight. He won his last fight, which is a crazy left hand. So Blades needs to be careful. I think that this fight, the strategy should be just to take him down, and he's not. But he's definitely got Rosenstruck walking backwards for sure, and he definitely won this round. I mean, he landed a takedown, got a lot of ground and pound. I definitely give the edge to Blades. Rosenstruck jumped in 10 seconds to go, so that's good to see. That was a cool way to end the fight or end the round, but that was definitely Blades' round. Mark Smith saying something. Mark Smith is always saying something. I've never seen Mark Smith ref a fight and something brazy doesn't happen. Something just absolutely illegal doesn't happen. Like, I don't know why. Who did you have winning that round? Like I said, I thought Blades won that 10-9. I thought that was the easiest 10-9 call ever. It was such a good takedown too. And DC is breaking it down with the marker on the camera, which I respect that. Because he can do that because he was a great wrestler at the heavyweight division. Man. Volk and Ortega is about to be crazy too. But second round, Blades has got to. Maybe he just finished that round strategically on the feet, so Rosenstruck would think he wouldn't want to go for the takedown. But I think Blades 100% has to go for the takedown. Oh, ooh, there's the left again. I don't know why Rosenstruck just went to the clinch. Ooh, Blades is a minus 700 now. Place your bets if you think Rosenstruck's still gonna win. I mean, I have no regrets to my decision. I still believe in Rosenstruck. I think Rosenstruck just has to believe in himself. I think that's the biggest key, a self-belief for the guy in the green. I mean, I think he's winning this round in the first minute. I think. Oh boy. Oh boy. Blades is playing with him a little bit. I don't know what Rosenstruck is waiting for. Rosenstruck looks like he's waiting for an opening. And Blades now also looked like he's waiting for... Oh, there it is. At least Rosenstruck applied some pressure. I mean, he's not like losing the fight. He just lost one round. He's behind, It's the difference between losing and being behind. Not really. But I thought Rosenstruck was going to come out a little bit more aggressive. They're both trying to counter-strike, which is always weird to watch. But both of them have good power, so it makes sense. I don't like this the way this one looks. I'm switching this back. I'm making an executive decision to switch this back to ESPN. It just looks cleaner on ESPN, which is not words I ever thought I'd say. But here we are. But now we're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you give your key. Had I known for just 1 second. Oh, that reminds me. We gotta get the tunes going here. Here we go. The GOAT. No copyright background music.
Looking for royalty-free music? Discover Epidemic's Safest music subscription for content
creators. Like if you
creators.
mute
With
it,
over 35
it automatically goes right back up to
90,000
where it was at.
sound
Okay, skip these ads here. And then we do the 30 million subscriber mix. There we go. Blades going in again. And Blades on top of him again. It's looking like anybody who picked Rosenstruck to win is regretting that. That would be me who did that. That's okay. Let's turn this puppy down slightly. That's just midget. What are we at? 1 minute left. We want this to be perfect for the Nate Diaz fight. Or the Nick Diaz fight, goodness gracious. We can even still be working on it during the Lauren Murphy Shevchenko fight, even though I don't know how that would work. But let me go one more thing. Rock and roll. Now we're cooking with gas. This was good though. I think Blades just kind of like strategically took him down to make sure he won this round. I was definitely his round too though. Oh, Blades' eyes messed up. I must have got caught with something. Well, I was not paying attention. I was making the music, I guess. Rosenstruck has to come out hot. If Rosenstruck comes out even slightly slow, like even a smidge, because he's looked slow the entire fight. So if he comes out even slightly slow in this round, it's over. Oh, it was a knee. Oh, he got the takedown through the knee. Oh, no, he got the takedown after the knee. That scratching noise is my cat. Here we go. It's the third round. Rosenstruck has to put it all out here. He's losing. He has to know he's losing. Yeah, he has to know it's 2018. It's a good knee. Even better takedown though. See, Blades is looking fresher. Is looking cleaner. Is still applying the pressure. Like Rosenstruck is. I mean, hey, Blades has the reach advantage too. Remember we talked about that. Like Blades is still a little bit longer, even though he's not as good of a striker, technically speaking. Like I said, I'm on a delay from the ESPN, so ESPN's gonna be ESPN's like a full minute ahead of me. That's like 50 seconds. I don't know. Sometimes because it waits to reset the timer. It waits like 15 seconds. So sometimes I'm 40 seconds behind. Sometimes I'm 30. Sometimes I'm 50. Just depends on the situation. Blades has looked really good in this third round. Like he's trying to win this fight. And Rosenstruck is not looking like he's trying to finish the fight, which is kind of hard to watch. Because I bet on Rosenstruck. And I picked Rosenstruck in the video. Still 3 minutes left. You never know. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. You know, you just got to believe. Like I said, Rosenstruck just has to believe in himself. All right, I'm going to motivate. Oh, just got caught. I'm going to motivate Rosenstruck through the power of the internet. You just got to. You got a good left hand. You got to be strong. You can do anything you set your mind to. Visualize it and achieve it. You are the pilot of your own life, Rosenstruck. Don't think about all the negative things that people will say when you lose this fight. Think about the positive things that they'll say when you win this fight. You got this, Rosenstruck. You just gotta believe in yourself. Don't take it out. Don't take it out. Press F in the chat to pay respect for Rosenstruck, as well as the money I bet on Rosenstruck. You really do hate to see. That was a really well timed. Not in the sense of like in the fight, but in the time left on the fight. Like if you're gonna take someone down, you'd like it to be with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, so you just lay on him. But he got up. He looks like he's good. Wait, okay, he's kicking him from the bottom. Okay. He's still on his back. Is he trying to land one of those was he trying to land one of those up kick knockouts that I've heard about? These kids are talking about these days. Why didn't he just pop right back up? I think he was probably afraid that Blades was going to take him down anyway, but then Blades just laid on him anyway. So I don't really understand this strat. Like, for me, if I get taken down, if I get the fighter off of me, I'm just trying to pop right back up. And I understand that could leave you susceptible to another takedown, but, you know, you'd rather, like, it's better to have attempted and failed than to have not attempted and still failed, right? But what do I know? I'm just the guy with a mic. What do I know? And maybe Rosenstruck's tired. Rosenstruck could be tired. He's a big guy. 258, right? Is that what it said? And he's been doing this for, you know, a while. You know, it's a 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes. Press F to pay respects for Rosenstruck, as well as the money I spent on Rosenstruck one more time. Let me put that in the chat. Press an F for that. This is getting hard to watch. I mean, okay, he's gonna go the distance. Give him credit where credit's due. Rosenstruck's going the distance. And this Blades is right in there, though. Blades is right in the mix. I don't think Blades should get Stipe, but I think Blades. And okay, there was a guy that fought tonight too. Said I should get the winner of Rosenstruck Blades. Maybe the loser could fight Rosenstruck for sure. I'd be okay with that. I mean, unless the judges give it to Rosenstruck, which would be wild. I mean, just look at this. Look at, and then look at. Red is bad. Red is bad. Like this, the way his head and his legs look is what you're trying to look like. The way his head and his chest looks is what you are not trying to look like. And this is the end of the third, so I'm like 34 to 40 seconds behind. So it's like something crazy is gonna happen on the screen, and then I'm gonna see it. I'm super excited. I don't know, man. I think I would score 29-28 Rosenstruck. Like, even in the fakest world, he still didn't even win all the rounds. Like, even in the dumbest world, he didn't win all of those rounds. He had a good knee. He just got outclassed. He just was a worse fighter. Was not very close. Like, the entire fight was relatively one-sided. There was like 10 to 20 seconds of the 15 minutes where it looked like Rosenstruck was the better fighter. Got 6 minutes of control time. 6 minutes. I think they said 30-27. That's such a surprise. A huge bug bite on my arm. There we go. He called out John. He called out John. He called out Johnny Jones. Nah. He gonna beat you up like that car he beat up. Give me your predictions. John Jones versus any car. Give me any car. Rock and roll, tail of the tape. This one's a little weird. This one's a little weird because it's like, yeah, the tail of the tape matters between the two of them, but like, does it? Like, does it? Like, okay, so Robbie Lawler hasn't won in 4 fights, and his last win was against Donald Cerrone. Get this, Robbie Lawler has lost to 2 guys who have lost to Jake Paul. I think it's obvious who he needs to fight next then, right? I'm gonna post my video one more time for the kids. He's dressed kind of weird. Brian Ortega's kind of dressed a little weird. I don't know. But we'll do the tail of the tape just because it's a tradition. I forgot to do it for the first fight of the main card, but I really just cared that little. 209 Stockton. They started doing the promo that I've seen 600 times for Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler. God, he's just a brawler. Brawler versus brawler. But anyway, Nick Diaz is 6'1", Robbie Lawler is 5'11", Nick Diaz is 185. Robbie Lawler at the last second had to go up in weight. He's 184. They fought 1 division lower. Last time they fought 17 years ago. Why doesn't it say their age? I wish it said their age. Nick Diaz has the reach advantage, which he used last time they fought very well. Nick Diaz is a little more accurate with his strikes. He lands more per minute. He throws more and lands more. And he's not as accurate with his takedowns, interestingly enough, as Robbie Lawler. But that's not really Robbie Lawler's thing. Both these fighters, I mean, Nick Diaz is really good on the ground, but both these fighters are also very good strike. Nick Diaz is interesting. Nick Diaz is just kind of like a fighter. This promo gets me every time. The cat is also a fan of Nick Diaz. So, hard fight to predict. You'd have to assume, though, Chill Stunner brought up a good point. Robbie Lawler has taken a lot of damage recently. Chill Stunner brought up a good point. Layoff versus taking 4 beatings in a row, you'd actually rather have a layoff. Now, you'd assume he's going to look fresher, he's going to look sharper, because his last fight was last year. Nick Diaz's last fight was 5 years ago. But it's not. People act like it is. It's hard to stay in, like, keep your pain tolerance up and have your brain ready for, like, fight speed. It's not hard to stay in fight shape. Fight shape is not, like, the craziest shape out there. You know what I mean? Like triathloners and marathon runners, like, you know, they're very, 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 very good with their stamina. You know, like, fighting shape isn't the issue. Conditioning wouldn't be what I would be worried about from a 5-year layoff from a fighter. It's really just more of, like, the fighting vibe, and it's Nick Diaz, so you'd assume that wouldn't go away, right? But there's still just, like, an edge and a crispiness to it. But I don't know. Maybe Nick Diaz has been fighting and no one's known. Maybe Nick Diaz has been fighting off screen and no one knows. I don't know. If I was Nick Diaz, I would never fight off screen without getting paid a lot of money, but maybe he has. I don't know. This is probably Robbie Lawler's, like, do or die moment too. That's the craziest thing. Is, like, there's not only a lot on the line for Nick Diaz, just because it's his return and he's gonna call out Khabib, and he's only fought, like, GSP and Anderson Silva and BJ Penn and Carlos Condit. It's like, if Robbie Lawler loses this fight, he's probably out of the UFC. Like, you're gonna lose 5 of your last 6 fights. 1 second. I literally just wanted to turn that up for the pop. That was a... Wait 1 second. Let's see. Okay, because that was a pop he got when he came on screen. Let's see if he gets a bigger pop when he walks in. That was... Oh my gosh. That was like a WWE pop. That was like the Weekend pop. Like, that was like Ariana Grande. That was... I mean, that was a Nick Diaz pop. You know what I mean? Like, that was... You know, yes, there's 2 belts on the line tonight, but I think a lot of us are here for Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz, right? Like, there's 2 belts on the line for sure, but Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz, right? Like, it's just all you need to say. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you like, Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler? Who did I pick? I don't even remember who I picked. I remember talking about how impossible this fight was to predict, and then I just said a name. I'm pretty sure it was Nick Diaz is who I said. My gut is telling me Nick Diaz is gonna win. So that's just, regardless of what I said in the video, I'm picking Nick Diaz. But let me know what you guys think. Crazy. 5 years. 38 years old to 39 years old. 38 and 39 years old. This is like a Triller fight. No. It's, yeah. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be as bad as a Triller fight. Like Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. Nah, I ain't gonna look like that. And it's 5 rounds. And it's 5 rounds. I forgot it's 5 rounds. Does anybody in the chat know why boxing is an even number of rounds? Like it used to be 15, which is stupid, but now it's like 12 and 10 and 8. Wouldn't there be more draws? Why wouldn't you just do 7 or 9? I don't know. There's a lot of people here for Robbie. There's a lot. Robbie Lawler has a very big fan base as well. It's nowhere near as big as Nick Diaz, obviously. But he does still have a very big fan base. Oh, there's an ad. There's an ad. I swear there's an ad. Okay, there's not an ad. It just sounds like an ad. You gotta be ready for the ad. The ad police. See, I'm still 30 seconds behind, so they've already started. Yes. Okay, they got Jetson. They got Jason on this. Useless ring girl. Crazy. I don't know what to think about this. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What an insane start. Nick Diaz is a scrapper, though. You're not just going to beat up on Nick Diaz. Like, I don't care how old Nick Diaz is, especially if you're older than him. Crowd loving it. Crowd's chanting for Diaz. Ooh, there's a good shot to the body. They're just coming right back and forth at each other. Robbie's definitely slowed down since the way he started this fight. For no reason. Like, he's got to know, like, bro, it's Nick Diaz. You're not just going to finish Nick Diaz. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Ooh, ooh. Lar just keeps doing. Lar looks slow. Robbie kind of looks slow, especially because it's a 5-round fight. Ooh. Ooh. They're just both exchanging, going back and forth. I think Diaz is pacing himself a lot better than Robbie Lawler. Jeez, he's putting on a clinic. God, Robbie's not even throwing anything. Okay, he threw a left there. Wow. Nick Diaz is always putting in crazy combinations. God. Robbie is just being a punching bag right now. Ooh, good left. There's boxing.